Howdy y'all, it's the Coconut Cowboy, and today we are gonna go get groceries on a deserted island because as you can tell, we ain't got nothing in the refrigerator and we don't have a car, we ain't got no food. We gotta walk 45 minutes one way to the grocery store. Ladies and gentlemen, built a fish trap. And so we're deep like condos, fishing out like
for a journey home.
in particular, we're gonna be spearfishing.
But it actually says a little over an hour.
Hey, if we can hike a volcano, we can hike flat ground.
Oh, fast. My goodness, is this Usain Bolt? Surprises me every day.
We're not on a deserted island, but it sounds cool. We're actually on Great Arbor Key.
An extremely remote island.
Yeah, it's got like 800 to 1,000 people that live on it. It's
That's
about...
Coldberry Islands. Here it's like 350, I heard.
Okay, so it's like, what, 3 to 5 miles long? 3 miles by 5 miles, something like that. Y'all can look it up and rip me up in the comments. But so far the island's awesome. We love the people, they're super helpful. Super helpful? Yeah, the next thing on the list is to figure out how to build a gym. And that's gonna be a trip in itself. So we are now at this kind of ridge area that gives you a better view of the island, and apparently this is all like new development and they're going to put like condos there. But it's like super slow construction, so I don't think it's ever gonna happen, but that's what we were told. Okay, so story time. So our landlord used to be like this epic, badass medic nurse gal here on the island. And 6 weeks ago, so she's retired, but 6 weeks ago, there was a chick who got bit by a barracuda.
She wasn't even fully underwater. She was just waiting at Shark Creek, and she's only 22 years old. And apparently, she ripped out a braid from her hair and tourniqueted her own leg after being bit by a barracuda. And it's what helped save her life. It was like the most badass thing I've ever heard.
If you're in the Bahamas and you're white like me, and you peel at the sound of the sun hitting the ground,
His dermatologist said,
boy, you need to wear some sunscreen. What you doing?
I mean, look at your color.
She said, don't you go out ever outside without a long sleeve shirt, a hat, sunscreen,
right.
everything. But so, yeah, now we had to put the swim shirt on so I don't just peel like an orange. I don't have my glasses on, but there are these really large, they look like doves, but I think they're pigeons. And I know that there's types of birds that they hunt on this island, but I'm thinking, hear me out, slingshot bag, and we catch us some of these mysterious birds. I don't know, we'll find out. This is Bullock Arbor, and we're really close to the grocery store now, and check out this like lagoon thing. We actually looked at that house on VRBO, decided not to go with it, but check out like all these flats, and I'm thinking, now I don't know nothing about conch, we might be able to find some out there because there's gonna be a lot less sharks than there are in other places. We are 30 minutes in and we are about a quarter mile away. Every time that we've come by this point, water is always pushing out like that. And it doesn't really make sense to me because I don't know, I think this is the access to the actual ocean and this is not. So somebody drop in the comments and describe to me why there's always a flow of water. Maybe it's like the tide ripping in, ripping out. I don't really understand that. Here's what the liquor store looks like. They're called 700s. They're the same thing that are in Nassau, but we've already been in there. We got coffee there the other day, but yeah, so if you need liquor, there it is right there.
There's the police station.
And then there's a police station, and then there is a grocery store right behind that, but I don't think we're gonna go to that one. This is called Whitewater grocery store, and it looks closed. That's the Bahamas Customs, and that is the police officer. So on this road, which is just a little bit down the way from that location with the water rushing out, is all three of these spots within like maybe 200 yards. Here's a cool thing. Mr. Christopher established this park, and it says, many are the afflictions of the righteousness, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. Psalms 34:19. I've never heard that verse, but that's a cool one. Sweet potatoes are not messing around. Look at that. This is what we got so far. I mean, we've got cabbage, some monster sweet potatoes, some of my favorite Soca hot sauce, hot peppers. I mean, I don't know what else we should get. We spent 128 bucks, and we'll show you the full spread on the counter table when we get to the house. Right now, we've got two 50-pound backpacks going 30-minute walk, so a little bit of a journey. I don't know if it's gonna work. We're about to find out though.
Time for a journey home.
Okay, so we got some onions, and in particularly, they're sprouted. So we're gonna lay those aside, put the cabbages in the bottom of the onion bag because they're heavy, and that way we can salvage the sprout on the onion and then grow our own onions.
We got these for free. They're throwing them way outside the store.
You love that awkward like arm just hanging out, just videoing yourself. So much fun. Jesus. I don't really care how much hate I get. I love the shades. They are dope, okay? They're goofy, they're loofy, but I'm a silly goofy dude, so they're gonna make it. Bag of cabbage. That beautiful wife. We're right outside of Hammerhead's restaurant, right down the street from the grocery store we were just at. There's a fella here with a fish trap, and he's got all kinds of sharks just tearing it up. And basically they're looking to try to go inside that cage and catch what they're gnawing out what he's put in there. But there's two nurse sharks right here just busting up, and there's a little reef shark that came through here as well. That's Bomber's Drop Off, which is right next to Hammerhead's restaurant, which is right next to the causeway.
He cooks things on firewood back there. And
so apparently he's got some of the world's best firewood that people come all the way around the world to use his firewood. Not really sure what kind of trees he's cutting it from, but it did smell like good smoked wood over there, so maybe he's got something going. But dude has some fish, some conch, and some nurse sharks swimming around.
The guy's got some creative decor. He has a stuffed animal jaguar, and all the hair has been like burnt off by the sun. He painted the eyes red. He has a bunch of like office chairs that are no longer in commission, just kind of lined up there. He's got a kitchen that's separated by a piece of plywood. But apparently he cooks good stuff because this lady came up and was requesting fried fish. So apparently it's popular.
Causeway question must be tied because now it's busting on the other side and it's moving out, and it looks like we're gonna be spearfishing here because I'm seeing a whole lot of action. There's some snappers right there, and maybe there's some conch out there. We're not sure, but we're gonna try it out one day. Might be tomorrow. 10 minutes into the trail back to the house, shoulders are on fire. I would recommend, like, what do they call those things? Cars? Yeah, that's what I would do. I would buy one of those things and then use it for groceries.
So we just had this super nice guy, Daniel, that we've now made friends with, drop us off at our house. He found us on the side of the road, and apparently it's safe enough to do that here.
Yeah.
Really cool guy, and apparently he has the boat charter service.
Fellow Mr. Daniel was absolutely a heaven sent because my shoulders were dying. And that 60-pound bag, I think it gained 10 pounds after we left the store full of groceries, was killing. So now we're gonna show you what all $128 from the grocery store bought. Then we're gonna have some dinner, and that might be it. All right. All these groceries for 138 bucks. And then what I'm gonna do is I'll throw the receipt, I'll scan it, throw it on top of the screen so you can see kind of what we got and how much it costs per item. We got 5 pounds of beef, some grits, hot sauce, some cornmeal for KK, rice, potatoes. Look at these monsters. These are humongous, dude. I'm 205 pounds. These are huge. Look at this. Bam. Plantains, lemons, Nutella, hot pepper, and then 2 cabbages and some onions, garlic, and ginger. So we're gonna cook something up, have dinner. We're gonna start dinner now, and you know that my gluten-free queen is gonna try to make yellow grits into corn flour tortillas. Now, we've done this before, but we started with corn flour, and I don't know if the Ninja Bullet can do it, but we are going to see if it will. This is the type of living that I want to do, and this is what this whole page is about. We got our corn cookie things that I don't really know what we're doing with that, but we're trying to make tortillas with a new word. Ginger tea on the stove, our onions that are ready to grow, favorite thing. peppers. We're gonna dry these seeds and we're gonna make peppers so we can eat them because they're yummy. When your sparker in your gas grill goes out, and it's happened for me every single gas grill I've ever owned. So this is how I start a grill without a sparker. And I always have it on full blast, and then I turn the nozzle to start the propane fueling. You can hear it. And then what happens is it's all building up in there. You find a hole. Well, you ain't gonna find a hole like that, but basically it's all building up. You find a little spot. Yeah, that one was a little long and it flashed pretty hard, but it's usually pretty safe, but that one didn't do the best, but it worked. Babe, I totally burned the hairs off my hand. Oh, and my whole arm. Oh my God. This is exactly what we want to do. We've got our ice cold ginger and lemon tea. We got burgers on the grill. We have an incredibly awesome sunset out on the deck here. This is the way we want to live. We got coconuts on the deck. We got ocean out there. So yeah, we walked to the grocery store. That was kind of a pain in the rear, but it's good for you. And beautiful wife over there dancing, so everything's happy. Not a good one. Check out them burgers, boy. I love cabbage and onions, and my favorite thing to do is to put lemon and ginger, hence the ginger tea, into the stir, because what happens is it kind of like takes that funk that cabbage gives you. Kate, you'll disagree, but it's nice and it makes it smell good. It's got an aromatic thing to it. It's kind of got like a seafood idea. But yeah, the grilly kind of searness of the lemons are just like stellar. Then we got this new thing that I just invented. These are Kate-friendly corn patties for her burgers because she never can have buns, and that is not a bun, but it is a resemblance of some type of bread in kind of the flavor. So yeah, they taste great. I did a bunch of concept ones, the little bitty ones. They're great and they worked well. The reason we made them is because we bought cornmeal instead of masa to make tortillas. So that's what we had to do. For the final touch on the cabbage, we're gonna have some fresh ground pepper. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have got it. We have the corn patty bun thing. Yes, it's a heart shape. We have rice, we have awesome stir fry of cabbage and onions. We have burger patties, and let me tell you something. If you don't have Soca in your life, what are you even doing? This is the best hot sauce man ever made. And yes, it's better than Tabasco. That's all we have for today. So we went to the grocery store, we got great food. It took us forever to get home. We had a nice charitable ride from Mr. Daniel, and now it's time to eat and feast. Don't forget to keep living a little bit better each day.